because that's the next part there, is that if I've come in and I've got X number of skills and I'm at a job and they're progressing me and they're giving me professional development, then I'm more likely to stay. Again, that's part of your staff training and staff retention. When I'm working with, I say juniors, when I'm working with new entrants into the industry, I just say to them, become a agent. You become a real estate agent. You're not necessarily a property manager, a salesperson. But if you have a look through to here, these are just some of the jobs that are available when you're having a look back through the different roles. You know, I have a look over through to here. I've been a director inside of here. I'm a trainer. I'm a consultant. You know, I'm having a looking through to here. I've sold off the planned properties. You know, compliance manager. I've been involved in sales. Where else went in through? I've done due diligence, but fundamentally I'm a real estate agent. So when you have a look back through, show this to your team and just say to them, right at the moment, I don't want to pigeonhole you, because right, you come in, and particularly when you're taking on juniors or cadets and brand new staff, just get them to become really good people, agents, and develop their skills. And then down the track, or vendors advocate. I did that for 3 years before I got into real estate. I had my own vendors advocacy business, working with investors before I went through and bought a real estate agency. So career path, there's so many opportunities in this industry, but sadly we say sales PM, sales PM or admin, you know, and it's silly. So how would you rate your office's ability to provide a structured path or a career path for all your team members? So I have a look at this and say, are there position descriptions available for all the different roles? If you've got 10 different roles in your office, there should be 10 different position descriptions. I use Trello. So there's 10 position descriptions there. So if you've got a junior person, they can go quite easily through to Trello and have a look and say, well, okay, well, if I'm an assistant PM now and I want to become a property manager, what are the skills that I need? And when we're sitting down with a person in their performance review and they're an assistant, well, I always, as one of the questions is, what is your next career path option? And it's them, I'm asking them. And if they say to me, oh, I'm in, and we've got one at the moment where I'm working with a staff member who's involved in leasing, but we want to get her across to BDM. So I know that, we've known that for a while. So I'm doing as much as I possibly can to involve her in the BDM training, even though she's in leasing. And it's that sort of stuff there. If we don't have the performance review, we don't have a plan, we haven't got a structure, that person knows that we're trying our best to get her into BDM. So that's the sort of stuff that we really want to have a look at. How do we go about retaining our staff and offering them some sort of career progression along the way? How do you rate your office? Where do you sit? Do you sit as a 0, a 5, a 10? And this is where you'll be able to draw that little circle. Staff need to take personal responsibility for their own development, but at the same time, they can't go off and develop themselves if your business doesn't have that scope. So they might be a fantastic property manager who wants to take that next level for either department head. But if you've got one department head, then you can't be able to, there's no job for them. So what happens is that becomes part of your, sadly, they will actually go off and leave. And this is what I was talking about before when you say you need to make sure you retain good relationships with people that leave. They might just leave because there wasn't opportunity for you to stay, for them to grow within your business. Doesn't mean they're a bad person. Doesn't mean that they didn't like your business. Just meant that there wasn't the opportunity. So that's the sort of stuff that you really want to have a look at. Make sure there is actually a career path, and ask yourself in your business, do you have proven history where you've had people come in either maybe at reception, go to leasing, go to assistant PM to senior to department manager? Do you have that? If you haven't got that, then you can't talk about it. You need to make sure that there is actually that career path that's sitting there in the office. Have a look at opportunities for you as a business to become an influencer. Make sure you get yourself out there, attend awards, develop some networks, become a mentor for other officers. There's absolutely no reason. There's a lack of quality mentors in our industry. So what happens is officers will generally reach out. I regularly get called, people saying, can you help me here? And I think to myself, what are their directors doing? What are their staff doing? What are their key leaders doing? If that person's going outside of the industry for looking for mentors. So you become a mentor, develop a mentor program for juniors. and do that in your local area. You'll start attracting people to come to your office. It doesn't necessarily have to be part of your brand. The industry's lacking leaders. So learn to be a leader of people. And low fee agents are going to struggle to afford to invest in their team. So if you're a 3, 4, 5%, and I saw some things on the Facebook forum the other day where there was a 3%, 3.3% ad. David Wolfel put that up, 3.3%. And then someone else put up a photograph of an A-frame, a sandwich board outside an office, which said 2.2%. At the end of the day, why bother? 2.2%. You're better off just charging 0, and you're not making anything of it anyway. Okay, week 6 is all around growth and careers, and we work with you on, so 8:30 to 10:30, we'll do a webinar. We'll actually have a lot of the training material, and 12 to 1, we'll actually then start to look deep into your business, and we'll go through. So that's always on a Wednesday for that particular program. How do you rate yourself for developing your team? Okay. Next one, what's the one thing that you took away from that one? The one thing that you really need to be looking in there and saying is, are you losing staff because there isn't an opportunity?